Yo, are you guys streaming?
I don't believe so yet.
Okay, sweet. I'm about to start the thing. It's all going to be on MLTP.us, and the captains are just going to pick players. It's the same thing as last time, just hopefully faster without the auction stuff. So I'm going to hit go, tree it to everybody, and then you guys can have some fun. It's all going to be on MLTP.us, and the captains are just going to pick players. It's the same thing as last time, just hopefully faster without the auction
So we're
stuff.
live.
So
We are
I'm going to hit
live
go,
right now.
tree it to everybody, and then
So
you guys can have some fun.
welcome everyone to the
And the captains are
Season 8 Snake Draft. We have myself and Swiller right now in the studio. Koiz will be joining us later. And I kind of had a little break before this to get ready and set up and eat. So I didn't have time to do part of the pre-draft, so we're going to run it down real quick. In the order right now that it's looking like, we've got... Oh, hello, Koiz, welcome.
Hi.
From Ash's thing, I don't know how updated this is, but right now it's looking like we've got Ghost Boosters first pick, Lag Prone as the second, Boost and Dynamo third, Role Models fourth, Tears fifth. A trade that I don't know if it's been announced live to everyone yet, but it is official, is that Skills and Kills, the Wild Things and Capper's Delight all did a three-way trade. Dude McGuy of the Wild Things was sent to the Capper's Delight, which Capper's Delight sent, they sent K-Pow over to STK, and in return, STK gave the Wild Things Sweep, and they traded their first picks with the Wild Things. After that, we have the Bad News Balls picking, Adrenaline Spikes, Balkamedes, all caps, Pop 'em, Block 'em Probots, Easily Excited Balls, the Rolling Golden Boulders, the KG Ballers, Sum of All Spheres, 30 Seconds to Mars Ball, Myrtle Beach Mirballs, Skills That Kills, and then Marble Madness.
It's
And
gonna
looks like we've got a pick already.
Oh wow, my bad guys. Just gonna hit it off. The slide with pick 1. So I'm gonna take out this last pick. So Slide, do you think he's a solid first pick?
I don't. He's a veteran from season 1, but I haven't seen him at all lately in the community, and I think this might be a stretch pick.
Yeah, Frozen, okay, so apparently they didn't tree the link to the stream.
Looks like Baldy's trying to pick Rambo, but failing.
Let me get the link for some of the other people.
Oh, there we
Can
go.
you tree
Rambo's
this,
officially picked.
Swiller for me? Because apparently they didn't tree it correctly. Oh wait, not the last part, take off the dashboard part, but it should be there. Should be good.
JJ Fool selects Quibble with pick 3.
Alright, sorry guys. But yeah, so Rambo was picked, second pick. Third pick was Quibble, and fourth is El Sacco.
Alsaco had a really good season on the Capitals minors. The team wasn't very good, but he had good stats. I think he's definitely a quality player. And Trouble taking O Snap, who was on Merb's minors.
Very, very solid player. Don't know his activity, but he's a very solid player.
I know K-Pow's super high on him as his former captain.
Yeah,
That's a good pick, though. He's a Sphere player. It's a good pick, so
as well.
yeah. I know he
Alright,
was
I'm
someone
gonna
we were
go
looking
join
into.
my team for a sec, guys, and I'll be back.
Alright,
Okay.
good luck.
Yeah, I know OSNAP was someone we were looking at for our picks, but yeah.
Yeah, we were looking at him too. We have a couple of other people higher, but still a very solid pick. I don't know his activity. I haven't seen him around very often, so I don't know. Is this a good pick, a bad pick?
He might be one of those types that's just active when he needs to be and doesn't really hang around, which is fine.
It's gonna be difficult. They didn't really tell me about how this was gonna update on the website, so it's gonna be. I'll scroll up and down. That's weird. And we select ginseng. Not really shocked, in my opinion. Ginseng's very active. Oh, Honeybear selects Mars. Not even giving time to explain it.
Ego says zoom out, we can't see El Sacco.
I know, man. Let me edit it. I don't know if I can even... It's the website, though. I can do that. Give me a second. Alright, Spiller. You gotta explain this Mars pick to me.
What's there to explain? He's good at tag pro.
Cutting edge analysis there, Spell.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid defender. He was 1 and 2 on our defenders big board with Ginseng, so it was actually interesting. Ginseng went right before him. I actually thought Ginseng was going to go a lot later in the draft.
Interesting.
I'm really surprised at the veterans that have gone this early.
Tantra was pick 9. That's a bit high, I think, personally.
What's good?
What up, Neb?
My team real quick.
You going and picking up Jaimes. Could you explain?
I think Jaimes is a very good support offense for minors. I already have Big Meaty and Demon, who could both potentially play offense in minors as the main one, so I think Jaimes is going to fit in really well with them. I think he's an active player who's going to fit into my system really nicely, and I think he's got a high ceiling.
Very nice. Is there a reason why do you think like other people would have taken him higher? Like, do you think if you, by your second pick, he would have been there?
I feel like of all the offense I wanted, he probably was the one that would have gone before most of my other ones. I'm not really looking at a lot of like big names from last season. I'm kind of looking at more at like up and coming talent. So I'm not too worried about most of my picks getting
stolen.
Stolen, yeah.
All right, interesting.
More so just looking at trying to get all the people that I want.
Yeah, that's I think that's a very solid strat. A lot of people underestimate like the new up and comers. That and even some players that fall to novice, people just underestimate and are like scared to draft. Do you think there are going to be any I don't know what you want to call them, just like people that fall? Like, I don't know if they have a special name for them that should have been picked.
There's always a couple people that fall to MLTP every season. I think this season won't be as significant because there's a big reduction in talent of a lot of like established names. So most of the people who have experience in majors and minors are going to end up on a team, but I'm sure there'll be a few cases of people you'd expect to be on teams that no one wants to pull the trigger on.
Very nice.
All right, I'm gonna
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, no problem.
Can't wait to see you in round 2.
Sure.
All right. And
so we've had 3 picks since then. We had Ball Don't Lie take VZ, which was an all-cap player this season before, so Ball Don't Lie is just going with someone he knows. Coys can shed some light into the TPR pick with Manbear.
Manbear was someone who really impressed us in tryouts. He was just all around. I think I'd say he was the best player in the tryouts that we had the other day by far. He was really impressive. And we knew we wanted offense, so we went with it.
Nice. And the just a second ago, Bad selected Sphericles. I'm not really sure that much about. I'm not really sure his talent or how well he plays.
He did really well in novice. He was on Curry's team, I believe. This is gonna piss Curry off because if I had to bet, Curry really wants to pick a lot of his novice guys, and so this will probably piss him off a little bit.
All right, next pick is Dodge. In my opinion, very, very late. He should have gone a lot higher. He's a very solid
definitely
player.
Quality.
I don't know. He fell way too far, in my opinion.
Yeah, we've seen some real big names go in the first few picks.
Yeah, Ginseng, Slide, Dodge.
And then there's been some questionable ones. Ooh, all right. Ibis comes out and selects Foulball.
Oh wow,
pick 14.
Foulball at 14.
And
Foulball's definitely good. I'm super high on Foul. I'm surprised he went so soon, but not because of a lack of talent.
Ooh, okay. These next 2 picks, Ons Kapitar. I thought is he the one that said he might not be available the whole season? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Not sure.
Okay. And then Mathnasium. Both if I'm correct about Ons and his availability, questionable. But if he stays, that's a very solid pick. Especially for defense. And then
Yeah, it looks
Mathnasium.
like his sign-up says he's a bit busy through mid-late June and the first week of August due to vacation and exams.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's interesting.
And
But I
then
mean, he was on the 18-0 Sphere Factor team,
Yeah,
so I
true.
think there's definitely something there. He captained them too.
yeah, he's a very good pick. Oh, so we have Mathnasium that came for Turbo. Very solid player. I don't know why anyone wouldn't want him. He recently released a montage, and if you watch that, he does that basically daily. But he's a Sphere player, I'm pretty sure. So is it really that much of a challenge? Ha, got it. Okay, and then Legman selects Sam, the first European selected of the Snake Draft. I don't know what Sam's gonna be like. I don't know if he did that well for Legman last season, but he's a nice guy, cool to hang around with. So that could work well. Again, I'm gonna have to zoom out. I don't know how well this is gonna be seen on the screen because they keep adding. Because it's just gonna keep adding on. So I could take out the chat if need be, and just make it look better. But for right now, I'll edit this and see what happens. I hope this is for right now. Let's just keep it like this. Should be good.
So I'd really like to give a shout out to the captains and how quickly the draft is moving along.
It's a bit funny that you have that shout out now because
With Rom and
Rom's taking his sweet time. Apparently, he only had one pick prepared and doesn't know any other players, just the one. So
oh man. So I don't know. Is anyone out there want to talk about like if there's a sleeper or someone that you know or like that you want? I don't know if you want to say anything or like if just a random person you don't want, but it would be a good pick.
That sentence
Yeah, don't
took so long
don't
to get to
don't,
this
don't.
I
point.
forgot what the beginning was already. Actually, it took that long. I'm trying to think. I could probably name some Centra guys that we're probably not getting for since we're an Origin team. Foulball was someone that I liked and wanted, but he's obviously taken.
Ooh, Romulus selects Fuzzball. That I didn't see that one as a surprise. He was playing
Not a
with him.
surprise at all.
Playing with him in a scrims the other day when we played him.
It's another Merbs connection, right?
Oh, are there mods not there, Penguin? Okay, sorry, Penguin. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is Romulus more or less just going with someone he knows. Yeah, you can definitely see he didn't have another pick in mind.
Penguin, message me, people, or whatever your name is on stream right now.
Moosin wants to know when we think he'll be picked. Any
Moosin.
ideas?
I could see him. I don't know his availability, which is questionable because I think someone said he wasn't available. One of our teammates said he wasn't available in like the. All right, Penguin, type in chat real quick as well. He wasn't available. I don't know how to like. It wasn't like he wasn't always available. It's just he's available later at night, so he's not there during. I don't know. I don't know if this is true, but based on skill wise, I could see him going fourth, fifth round.
Dino's taking a little while here.
Everyone before Rom and Dino were doing a great job.
So well, everyone was doing so well. And then you had to jinx it, Spiller.
Yeah, good job, man. It's all your fault.
Dino selects Shaba / Smooth. Pick number 19. Shaba finally free of Balcomedes, it looks like.
Yes. I think he's the longest tenured player on another team.
To stream? Yeah. It should have been, should have trade, but if he didn't get it, other people's. Wait, Spoiler, did you trade this? Hey,
Yes.
can you just, you didn't, damn it. If you can tree that. There's a lot of people saying they can't find it because other people didn't tree it or whatever.
Now we're waiting on Swerve.
Swear. This is the last pick in the first round.
Swerve, I definitely am going to be interested to see how they draft.
If
I definitely feel like this isn't a scouting type team, so I almost feel like they're just going to go down draft board and see who's the top pick and go from there.
Wow, I didn't even send it.
So, Dotsville, how was your weekend?
It was a weekend.
Glad it was.
Well, there you go.
Spiller, how about you? Any movies you've seen lately?
I didn't see any movies, just had a very nice, relaxing weekend. Gonna enjoy being off tomorrow.
Oh yes, that's true. Oh, yes, yes. Haha. Since we've got some free time, people would like me to tell my jokes. Let me get some of these jokes prepared.
Are they really bad?
These are great. It's Laffy Taffy humor. Everyone loves some good Laffy Taffy humor, am I right?
Corny jokes were an Angry Balls tradition during halftime if we were losing.
Alright guys, we've got the first joke coming up. What gives a ghost the right to scare you?
I don't know, Dons.
A haunting license. Alright. How come the Buffalo Bills went to the bank?
I don't know, Dons. How come?
To get their quarterback.
I've got one for you, Dons.
Thanks, let's hear it, man.
Why did Santa go to college for music?
Why is that?
So he could improve his rapping skills.
Oh, very good, very good. Oh, man. We like to have fun here, guys. As Swerve decides to take all day.
Swerve is muted and deafened in his channel right now.
Oh, man. Does that mean he loses his pick, or does he have to have a co-captain?
No
four.
idea. It doesn't say idle at all, so maybe he's still here. Who knows?
And it would be interesting to see the protocol for this.
Abba wants us to know that he rewatched Mad Max today and watched Ex Machina tonight, which probably has the best dance scene of all film.
Good to know. I still don't understand the concept of Mad Max.
I've not seen it, so let's keep this discussion spoiler free.
I haven't seen it either. It just looks like a guy on a highway. That's the desert.
You're a guy on a highway.
I mean, sure.
No, it's an apocalyptic wasteland.
Oh.
Spiller, you've seen it, I bet, haven't you?
Well, considering it came
No,
out
I
this
haven't
weekend,
seen it,
and
but
he
I
said
know
he hasn't gone to any
kind of the
movies.
premise.
True, but I thought maybe he went to like a midnight showing, that doesn't quite count as the weekend because it's like Thursday.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Good point.
maybe.
Good point, man. It's one thing to see a movie on Friday night, but to see it Thursday night at midnight, that's not the
dedication,
weekend.
I think.
Yeah.
No, now you can go at like 7 or 8 on a Thursday and see the movies.
That's for the old people, though.
Creo wants to know who made Swerve a captain. Good question. We're all wondering the same thing at this point.
I wonder if Stan's here, to talk about the, EOTP, MLTP game. I'm gonna message him, see if he wants to come in.
I'm not gonna name names because I don't want to insult anybody, but I feel like if a captain isn't here, we should just start making them draft people that no one likes in the community.
Well,
or not that nobody likes, but that maybe fewer people like. Not gonna name any names.
You're pointing
here.
out the people don't like in the community.
Well, yeah, that's why we're not actually doing it. That would never work, and I'm not naming any names because that would be very rude.
Well, apparently I don't have the privilege to type in the car room, so rip Stalin. Maybe if he's watching this, he'll come in.
Alright, Bull is giving Real Duck Swerve's account to pick for Marble Madness.
Alright.
So, Coys, I have to ask, because you're probably more in tune with the center guys these days.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is going to waste a pick on Wrecking Ball, aren't they? I mean, you have to.
You know, I don't
Well, if he's
really
not
know.
gonna play, do you really want to waste it?
I don't really know much of who's picking who, but it wouldn't shock me. I mean, I wouldn't call it a waste if he's still available in like the 12th round instead of no one, just in case he somehow shows up. Because if he does show up, you automatically have one of the best players in Tag Pro.
Yeah.
So it's obviously unlikely that he shows up, but if he does, I mean, it's a low risk thing if you're taking him in the 12th round or the 11th round.
Sure. While we have the break, this is gonna be a special commercial made by Boogie IDM, and it's gonna be Passages Malabal, and it's featuring Kois. I was a button addict for 10 years now. Now I'm not. Paying homage to the Get on the Button Kois.
Yeah, I have an anonymous source telling me Swerve is picking Mikaso. I don't know if that's true or not, but anonymous source saying you didn't hear it from me, so I can't tell. I can't reveal my sources, but
Hey, you want to know something? I did hear it from you. So.
No, that's what. Shut up, Dots.
I don't know who it is, but we heard it from you, man. Or woman.
Like, man, my face when Swerve takes longer than the other 19 captains combined.
Alright. We've got another Boogie IDM special, and it's gonna be paying homage to the polite user script, and it says special thanks to Sundancer /Witch /Contessa, etc., whatever he keeps changing his name to, for the polite user script. Go love yourself.
I like it.
So far, I like the second one better than the first one.
I agree.
Yeah, me too.
I just kind of
no particular reason why.
I felt the Kois one just needed to be in there, just because,
Oh, I definitely think you can include it, and I can definitely speak for Kois as someone that is actively involved in almost seeing his reaction to all button-related things. It's gotten rather annoying and tiring.
Sure. There's some other ones that were kind of inappropriate, so that's why I didn't, and they weren't that good, so I didn't want to include them, just for the sake.
There's gotta be the ability for them to just bypass Swerve until he can actually make his pick.
Yeah, but then he loses out on his picks, though. So if you bypass him...
But you can't say he doesn't deserve it.
True, but...
I don't think there's a way to do it with this this site, but I think an idea that someone had maybe a couple seasons ago when it was even slower is that if someone doesn't pick, they lose the pick and they can pick whenever, like after that, but until other people get to start picking.
Sure.
It's like the NFL.
Yeah, what we're doing is we're giving Real Duck Swerve's account. Real Duck should be able to pick somebody now. He just isn't yet. Apparently Swerve gave his team...
Someone else's
Swerve gave his team zero guidance on who to pick, and he just didn't show up.
Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna say Swerve typed something, but then I remember that's probably Real
Duck. That's wow. Okay. So let's see who Real Duck selects.
He says, "Wait a minute." So who knows?
I don't know who that is. Is that a new player?
Yeah.
No, that's Real Duck.
Novice Team B. No. Spiller, please. You missed the joke.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm late to things.
It's okay, man. You were on time to the stream, so it's okay.
Can we just go back to that ringing endorsement bull about Swerve and his advice to his team.
Yeah. Quotable, Swerve gave his team no guidance.
You heard it here, folks. No guidance. Best team in the MLTP.
Joking about it, but that's kind of bad.
I mean, yeah. If Swerve was here, it'd be okay.
I'm really confused as to why.
Real Duck says, "Lol, I don't know how to spell his name."
And again, I'm really surprised Real Duck knows English, being that he's a real
if
duck.
he doesn't know how to spell his name,
Just type it in
Let's
chat, and then
predict
everyone
who
else will help
drafted.
you. Yeah, who won't he know how to spell the name of?
Probably someone who, like Boosty, who's got like dashes in his name, and it's really awkward.
maybe I'm gonna go with Squiggly 10.
That's a
No,
good guess.
that's not that hard, is it? Did he change it to Squiggly 10, or is he still the whatever you call them? You know what I. God damn
Yeah, I don't know. Tough questions. Maybe.
it. Real Duck now blaming lag. I can't blame lag on us. Type in chat and we'll help you. There you go, Turbo.
I think you realize that he's picking fucking lag.
That'd be
I wouldn't have guessed that one. Pretty straightforward name as far as these things go, but
But apparently there's an underscore, or not an underscore.
everyone seems to say no.
I like how everyone's typed
Honey's
it.
trying to take their pick away. We were so close to getting the first round done in record time, and yet this is the last pick of the first round, and it's taken like 10 minutes.
Then again, you can't fault Real Duck for not knowing how this works.
This is
Yes,
true.
you definitely can.
Real Duck now says the box just doesn't work in that case. Like man saying fucking Swerve.
I typed it in. Doesn't work. Okay. There's no more commercials or anything, so.
Looks like we're all out for the next 3 hours. That's all. Did you never
BG
learn to
pointed
pace
this
yourself?
out. Are we approaching Fez level of breaking the draft?
I thought we
I
were
don't
gonna
think
need
so.
it. Yeah, I guess Fez, yeah, but Fez was more, being a dingus about it. And knowing how it works coming into it. When Real Duck has no idea.
Yeah,
So.
I mean, you can't blame Real Duck too much here, especially because Bull says he's working on it, because that means there might be some issue.
Okay, I was trying to get a captain to do an interview so we wouldn't have this awkward dead time, but unfortunately he said to wait till his next.
Well, I mean, there are other captains. Let's ask Swerve for an interview.
I don't know if any captains are watching, but if you are, or you're like someone, like a co-captain or on the team, and you want to have your captain come in, we can give them a nice, what do you call it, like greeting, and they can come announce their pick, and everything will be all good. We'll have the drum roll ready and everything.
Swerve says, or Real Duck says, "Hold on, shooting myself."
Ibis said he would come in an interview, so we're gonna get an interview with Ibis.
Does he
Okay,
even
I
talk?
think TPR's coming too.
Oh,
Hey,
hey,
TPR.
TPR.
Oh, hey guys, what's up?
The sky.
Whoa.
Hey,
Dodds, you're
real-
not at all
real
funny.
clever.
So tell me about Manbear, TPR.
Yeah, Mamber is someone I actually didn't really know too much about. He came to tryouts earlier this week, and he was by far the most impressive one we had
Hey,
there. Oh,
we got
okay,
the pick.
we're going.
Alright,
I'll
you want to
shut up
just
now.
stand here until your next pick? And just announce it here?
Ooh, Bali Llama
It's like
picked
10 more
MCO.
picks.
That's an interesting pick.
Alright, I think
Yeah.
I think I know who we're gonna pick. I don't want to say it just in fear if we don't, but if we pick him, it's gonna be a very good player.
Ooh,
Wow.
we've got inside info that
And we
it's
picked
him.
Jackals. Yeah,
that what you expected?
that's one of the two. Hang on.
Godfall's getting called in by the mother, it sounds like.
Alright, well we're gonna run a pick, so let's go over them while they're
Alright, yeah.
happening. We got Billy Llama with MCO, Krosky picking Jackals, Romulus picking Dance, and Turbo picking Warden to complete the first round.
That
Or-
we already Swerve was the
Oh
last
yeah,
pick.
sorry.
Yeah, I did get called on. Just my sister leaving.
So yeah, MCO. Oh, Turbo selecting Ghost with pick 25. Not a surprise there. I know that Carp and Donuts are both on his USC team, and they're really high on him. But I would personally think it's a bit of a stretch. But we'll see. Turbo with his 2 back-to-back picks, getting Warden,
And
novice player,
going
and
back
Ghost.
to stretches, I really think Imco right there at 21 would stretch also.
Yeah, it depends on if he's going to be active or not. I mean, I definitely think he's quality, but he's not been around for a while, so there's always those question marks.
I'm not really
Yeah, I think
familiar with
the
them.
quality probably isn't there, and I feel anybody that's left the game for this long, you have to wonder how active they want to be.
Yeah, Tizza. Yeah. Tizza is willing to come in.
Well,
So
when was
Dodds
the
would
last
be
time MCO played? Like, what season?
Okay, apparently I can't talk to people, but if anyone's in Tizza's channel and wants to tell him, yeah, come on in during your pick, that'd be nice. I just can't text you,
Oh yeah, I can't do it either. I don't think anyone can.
which,
Silly Tizza.
that's the same thing with 30 seconds. I can't message them as well, so. I don't
I'm
know.
going to say
So
props to the
Dodds
captains
would
for
like to
having
go
5 picks
over
ready.
Jackals.
Yeah. Alright, Jackals. Everyone does not. I don't know if everyone knows him. They should. They don't. You're all behind. But Jackals, this best 5th ball who could have easily started ever. And he can play both positions. Like,
So you guys went for a lot of variety.
yeah. But Jackals, he won one of the games. Rima had to go.
Alright, Tizza's here. You ready to announce your pick, Tizza?
Hello, friends. So, with the 28th pick in the snake draft, easily excitable will be taking Ego.
I knew you were going to pick one of Curry's novice guys.
Well,
Oh,
at
wait, no,
this
you're
point,
not
it's
the
just
one
on
with Curry.
principle.
Never mind. I was thinking you were the team with Curry on it. I'm dumb. Curry's got to be pissed about this. Curry had all these novice players, and everyone else is taking them.
This is actually, I think, our 3rd player off of Curry's novice team that we've taken, and Curry has been very mad at us every single time.
Yeah, and Bad took Hold on, I gotta go talk to my team real quick.
Bad selection yank. So what's your feelings on Ego and more in general to your draft as well?
Pretty excited that we got Ego. He came out in tryouts for us and impressed us all. Ironball likes playing with him a lot. We asked Iron kind of if he could have any partner in the draft, who he wanted, and he named Ego pretty early. So, looking forward to it. Alright, I will be headed back down. Thanks everyone, I'll talk to you later.
Alright, thank you, Tizza. And just to keep it going, TPR selects Ramo Slice. So that's a really interesting pick, Remo. He obviously has the skills, but his biggest issue is his just kind of attitude.
Alright, I'm back. Oh, and TPR selects Remo Slice.
Yeah, and I just said I think it's an interesting pick because he's obviously good. He does have that attitude problem.
Yeah, and he has to go to bed pretty early. But not anymore with the summer being up. So, no, Snowball I didn't. Bottom line selects Fly Molo. What did I miss earlier? I missed Tizza selecting Ego, Bad selecting Yank, Ibis Yak, and Raven Camwats. Alright. And Choxy comes in with a Yakit at 32.
Ooh, the legend Yakit.
The
Yeah,
hype
Kid's super
man
hyped
himself.
these days. He was at our tryouts and he played really, really well. And I hadn't heard about the hype, but I think TPR mentioned that he was super hyped, and that's a bummer because I was really high on him.
Let's see this.
Alright, guys, I'll be right back.
Alright, good luck, man.
Alrighty, Spell.
Oh, I'm not putting that on there. No. Snowball, no. Just for,
No public doxing.
yeah. I don't wanna put him out there like that. That's not cool.
What do you think about the Remo pick, Dodds? I didn't get to hear your analysis on it because I was in my team channel.
I didn't really get to give much either, but you don't have, he doesn't have school anymore, so he'll be available, should be available, as late as you need him. He's a good player. He just needs that one offender. Type honest opinion.
I was just saying, if you wanted to give an honest opinion, you could type it for
Oh
secrets.
no, I'm giving an honest opinion.
Yeah. It was between him and one other person, and we were pretty split, I think. And but I'm happy with that for sure.
But yeah, he needs someone to tell him not to flash it or not to try to 2v1. Because sure, that might work in pubs, but in games, that's why Donuts was a really good pick, and having MC was there too. Because Donuts would be like,
just yell at him.
Remo, you dingus, stop it. And he's like, okay. And that's one of the reasons why.
Beast mode with pick 33. I'm gonna go out and say it. I have no idea who that is.
You don't know Beast Mode, and you don't know the
know Beast
legendary Beast Mode battle between Beast Mode and Beast Stop Mode.
Oh, you know what? That does ring a bell now. I still don't know anything about him as a player, though.
He's a really, really good player. I believe he played Novice last season. I'm not sure what team.
Yeah, I'm looking it up on the Novice stats. Anyone? CPN. What's that an abbreviation for?
I don't know. CPN?
Caps per minute.
Oh, N.
N, as in no way, or Norway. Alright. 2 picks came in.
Capital punishment, that's what it is.
Yeah. He's one of those players that isn't a stats player. He does really well without, like, getting many stats, so 3 picks have come in. We've got Lou going to Honey Bear. Lou's an awesome guy, very good pick, very good juker. We have Kucher Bar, not really sure, I think he's EU. Not really sure how he plays.
Yes, he was EU. He was the organizer for the Europeans on the All-Star game today.
Interesting. He's going to an Origin team.
Yeah, is he...
Turbo's up the dumb counter to 3. I haven't seen what the first 2 were, but...
The first 2 were, I believe, one was,
Is Turbo counting his own picks?
It's when people type... when people type a name, and it doesn't go through right away.
Fair enough. Yeah, Turbo typed it in chat and not... although, I think someone told me Sidewalk is drafting for Turbo. So...
Ooh, okay.
Bally Llama picking Rhombus Ghost. So,
all I know
the
is he's
trend
a
I've
player.
noticed with Centra people is so far they've skipped over a lot of established minor leaguers and gone straight to novice. Picks like Ego, Yak, Sphericles, Yank, Rhombus Ghost, all novice players who had good seasons, no doubt. But it's just interesting to see them skipping past a lot of the minor leaguers.
I mean, you know this more than I do, but are the established minors players, I know some of them aren't active. Is there like a reason why they would rather go for the novice players over the established minors players?
I think there's always that like ceiling factor. It's whether or not that's accurate, you don't know, but it's definitely perceived that novice players haven't hit their ceiling and minors players maybe have. Which isn't always, it's accurate for some, not accurate for others, of course, but that's kind of the widely held perception.
Alright.
Bali Llama picking offense for a change.
Is MCO defense?
It's a miracle.
Oh, I forgot he picked MCO too. But still, I mean, his first pick of the Snake Draft was defense, I'm pretty sure.
Alsaco, yeah.
Yeah. So that took him to 7 primarily defensive players. Dynamo selecting CB13.
Wow. Wow.
I've heard good things. I
CB
don't know
is
much about him.
really... His communication isn't there, but his natural talent is really, really good.
All right, we're looking at Gem to finish up round 2 here, and then start round 3 with her next pick.
And then Ola.
And just to note, you could have teams actually stop drafting at this point if they so chose.
If they chose, yeah.
Be a little
Kinda dumb.
ridiculous to keep your team just to 8, but yeah. I would guess a lot of teams will probably stop at 10 or 11, personally.
And Ola, I believe, he played on Trobal's team last season, right? And then couldn't play, or he
so.
left?
Don't believe so. Oh, he may have left. Okay, then.
Hold on, I've got rosters and shit pulled up.
Thanks, man. Let's try to keep this
Yeah,
PG,
he
though.
was on Orzaballs. Sorry, rosters and things.
Yeah, no. So he's on Orzaballs. Yeah. So right now, we've got Gem coming last pick. Any predictions? Any guesses of what she possibly could go for?
I have no idea.
She's taking her time.
Jim
so
is going to draft Wrecking Ball.
Ola's on Orza's last season, quit like halfway through the year for whatever reason. Thank you. Alright, and then, so Gem gets 2 picks, correct? Oh, and she selects Corky. Straight out of novice. He's a great player. Haven't seen much of him recently, but I know I believe he's roommates, or not roommates, he's friends with Adi. I don't know if they're roommates or not, but they go to the same school, good friends, and Adi showed him and taught him, and it shows. And she also selects Halophile, which, from what I understand and what he told us, is that he broke his hand. And I don't know if he's going to play
Playing
as
Tag
well.
Pro or
No,
playing for
outside
his
of
hand?
Tag Pro.
That would have been really impressive, though.
I got you! My hand's broken.
Halophile sign-up says my activity is a
Oh, and
question
there's-
mark. Not
And there's
necessarily
the
bad.
best friend relationship between Ballymandius and Ludif.
Yeah, no surprise there.
I gotta re-edit this, because all these are gonna get so much bigger.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright, good luck, man. I don't know how this looks on stream, because the website should be fine in full screen. It's kind of awkward if you're watching on the small side, but JJ comes in with a Googie. Googie, Boogie are both really good. I think Googie's the 2-way player. And I don't know what server he plays on, but apparently he gets lag. But he's still a really solid player. And I would not be surprised to see him starting. No doubt. I'm gonna message my captain real quick. Seeing who we're going for next. But Swerve, I don't know if
Swerve is
Real
up,
Duck's
so
picking
who
again.
knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? We might have to have another like awkward 10 minutes.
And don't worry guys, awkward 10 minutes. It's the best way to have your 10 minutes spent awkwardly. So, best pick so far, in your opinion?
I don't know. Let me look at the rosters and see.
I'd say Ludi's up there, just because if he's
Ludi was
active.
late. I think part of the Ludi thing was I think everyone knew he really wanted to go to lag prone, and so didn't really want to take the risk on his activity being a non-lag prone team.
You know, I'll go back when Swerve's picked, because who knows how long this could take.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows?
And I don't know. I think Forky's up there. Slide. If
Trying to
Slide
see what,
is active, I think Slide can do a really good job. I think Slide and Nos playing together will be pretty interesting for the team. I think they're gonna have a lot to handle with that.
hmm I think Dodge was a pretty good pick.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
awfully late,
Dodge.
all things considered. I expected him to go in the auction draft.
Same. Dodge is up there.
Um,
Dodge.
he's got high
Luki.
ping everywhere, but if you have high ping everywhere, it doesn't really matter. You're used to it, right?
Yeah. Oh, and they
Oh,
picked
Swerve
Sheldon.
selects Sheldon. That's I think the third Euro
Yeah, not
of
bad
the
at all.
Snake draft.
Sheldon's really, really good. He's on the ELTP team. Trobal selects Potato Chip.
And there's the
Oh,
next
the hype
legend of the
train.
game.
That was gonna be our next pick, so screw you, Trobal.
The
LOL.
hype. So, did anyone know who Potato Chip was before Region Wars? Because
I've seen him in
still
pubs.
don't really know anything about
I
him.
didn't know much about him. He was good in pubs. I think when he got, I don't know what he played, if he played anything beforehand.
Oh, we're
Flick
making a
Yoli.
run on Euros now.
Yeah, there's another Flick Yoli. I believe I'm saying that right. He played the All-Star game today. Didn't do too bad. He played
Looks
in the
like-
first half.
I think all the Euros have been spread out. Ooh, Honey Bear takes a break.
Break, my man. Stepping up in the world.
Break really impressed me during
Spiller,
tryouts.
what is, oh, sorry.
No, that's all. He tried out on Thursday. I was really impressed with him.
Oh, Honey Bears to give insight. Let's hear the sound.
Yes, we're bringing in
What's
Honey Bear
up?
to just talk about his picks and how stupid he is.
Ooh, no.
Please, Spiller, you're supposed to agree with me.
Nice.
Hey, everything that's been on your draft board, you've been able to get your top guy for every pick, so obviously
It's
you did
true.
something right.
I'm happy.
You're getting your top pick for a reason, because they're all terrible.
Oh.
You got 'em.
Correct, Tony.
I'm just kidding. Break was someone I was super high on. I'm just fucking with you.
That's alright.
Honey Bear's pick of Break was what prompted me to take Super Dig, because Break was going to be like my backup if I couldn't get Super Dig.
I knew I had to take him this early.
Break's
was
really
worried.
good. I
I was paranoid. You should have heard me last night.
Nah, not really. I didn't hear you last night. You seem fine. Confident as ever.
You didn't hear me
So
because
not
I was
at all.
with your mom.
Oh,
She was asleep, man. What the hell?
That's what
exactly.
you think.
That's the way
So
Honey
is
Bear
this
likes
Flick
him.
Yoli's gonna be Flick Yoli's first season in
MLTP?
the American?
think so.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. Alright, so these, and then Neb, you pick, oh, Neb left. Alright, fine. So,
Yeah, Nev wouldn't pick Super Dig.
that's a very solid pick. He should have been picked for minors last season, in my opinion. I don't know why.
He's a good personality, for sure.
He's a good player, too. He's like a brick wall. I don't
He's like
know.
a break wall.
Oh. I'm not sure why he didn't get picked last season, but now he's got his chance to shine this season. And then Choxy picked up Squid, which is another one of those Sphere offenders. Squid, I don't know if it's been active recently, but still a really, really good player.
Yeah, Choxy's really going heavy on Spear, which is fine. I mean, being a Spear team makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt. The only thing, like, I don't know how it is. Like, what do you mean? Like, ping-wise for you, Spiller. But on Centra, how do you, how do you, like, pan out? How do you play on Centra compared to Origin?
I mean, it was always fine for me, but it just depends player to player.
Alright.
And while we've got Honey Bear here, let's get a couple insights. So, I mean, you've made 3 picks already. Can you go over kind of each pick and how they're going to fit into your team?
Yeah, absolutely. We were targeting Mars from the get-go because he's a very capable defender, and he proved that. A lot of people might say, you know, he has some attitude problems, but, you know, I talked to him a lot, and he seems like he's a really great guy, and I think he has a lot to prove this season, and I think he'd be a great player if we ever need someone to fill in for majors, too. If someone's away or whatever, sick, you know, etc. Lou's my boy from Pirates. I plan on taking him from the get-go. You know, he didn't go to tryouts, all that stuff. Lou's someone who filled in minors and majors last season when all the Pirates were quitting, and he played really respectively. He's someone who's definitely ready to start minors and could even see majors minutes if needed. Break's my boy from Bad News Balls and Novice League.
Sounds like we got some nepotism here.
Yeah, a
Honey.
little bit. Break was our MVP of our Novice League team. He's a clutch player on defense. He can swing O when needed. And he's one of those guys been around just long enough where he gets his chance now. I think he's going to really stand out.
Nice. Thank
Okay,
you.
so let's keep on the picks. Like,
Have
we've
fun,
messed
guys.
them.
Thanks, man.
Thanks for coming, honey.
We had Ball Don't Lie with Chris Ball,
Very good pick.
and
Was he on that Sphere Factor team also?
I believe so.
I think someone told me he was.
No.
then I know pick 51 was all Coys with TPR
Randy Moore.
selection
Yeah,
Randy Moore.
I've been gunning for Randy ever since the end of the auction draft. So we took Remo before him. We were split, but I think TPR picked Remo before him because we were more worried about him getting taken in the interim time between our two picks. And so we're hoping to get Randy next. I think we were between Randy or Break actually, but Break got taken. So
You guys did really well getting both Randy and Remo.
Yeah, it's gonna be a solid
and
offense.
Manbear, who was really good in tryouts.
Is that another offense? Is Manbear play
yeah.
O? Mm.
Well, because coming in, we had 4 defense, primary, and 2 O.
Mhm.
So we knew we needed to go right after offense. We didn't have any minors offense really.
Yeah.
So we went straight for it, and yeah.
And then Bad selected XMBOTX, or if you play
That's
on
the
Sentra,
worst.
he plays as the worst.
I've pubbed with him a lot.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm interested in that pick. I personally don't. I've only pubbed with him, so it's hard to get a real opinion.
I think he's
But
good.
I'm surprised. I didn't really have him on my radar at all.
Well, then again, you're not in Sentra. I don't see why you would. But
Please, I am Centra.
no. This season. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know shit about Origin players. I have a really like I was just telling TPR, I have a really bad like compass on when Origin players are gonna get picked because
It's
I
okay,
only have learned about them from tryouts, so I don't know if they're hyped
most
or not.
Origin players that are solid tend to play on Radius, just because a lot of the Origin players are newer, and I feel like being as a central server, get everyone trying it out, and then it's not, in my opinion, it isn't as fun to play on. So that's why I play Radius as well.
Yeah, so the
Even though
worst
I get
actually
15 ping.
he's a rookie. He's only ever played like Sockle and CLTP. That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
And he's been a lot more active on the sub recently as well.
He's definitely active, and I think he might be the type, based on A, his response, and B, just what I've seen from the subreddit, he definitely seems like the type who's willing to learn. And that's huge. Like, I would rather have, like, a C player that's willing to learn than, like, a B player who's not. You know what I mean? Not saying he is a C player, just giving an example.
I feel like there's a lot of players like that in this draft that could definitely, if you wanted to take a risk on them, pick them late rounds, and then work with them and develop them. I feel like there's some players that are ready, like if they played a season of Novice, like just even on limited minutes, even if you're playing Novice, that just by learning and being in a team environment, depending on the captain, if they train them well enough, could easily be the top minors player. I don't.
So looks like we have another captain we get to yell at.
Tizza.
He wasted all his time, freaking, sorry, Dots.
Thanks,
He wasted all his
man.
time coming and announcing his last pick. He was not prepared for this one, apparently. Unless, I mean, I'd be surprised if he was expecting the worst to be his pick and taken, just because it was kind of, not a bad pick, but just a surprising one. Oh, 2P1S, he was on the Role
2P.
Models minors. I personally think 2P is pretty skilled, but he struggled in minors, I'll say. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. It might have been a pairing issue, or maybe he just sucks. I don't know. I think he's good, but he didn't have very good stats, and the Role Models offense really struggled last season.
Remember,
It was like him, Stu, and Ego.
It's not about the stats. It's about the team.
I know, but the stats matter somewhat.
Wasn't their team bad?
Their team was, they didn't make playoffs. Their defense was really good. They had Unoriginal and Ralph as their first, and Ghost, who's already been picked as their third pick. Maybe selects Mr. Bucket, who I think has torn it up in Novice for a couple seasons, or maybe just one.
There's
another Central player who pops a lot.
There's Protag. I was really high on Protag, and then I was talking to Krosky about him, and Krosky's like, yeah, he doesn't have a mic, he can't use his mic, so unfortunately, his amazing skills cannot be brought to the West Coast, but I can't wait for him to tear it up.
What's up, guys?
How's it going? You select Tag Up, Turn Up.
I did.
What was the reasoning behind Tag Up, Turn Up?
Tiger Turner played B team on my Region Wars team, which I captained for Massachusetts, and he kind of killed it in B team. So I definitely wanted to keep him. He's a pretty sick juker and a good power up caller and communicator as well.
He's gotten a lot better since I've seen him. I remember seeing I believe starting the season he was just like an average player, wasn't too good, and then I don't know whose captain was for novice, but it turned him around.
Yeah,
He's a really good player in my opinion.
I'm looking forward to coaching him as well as the rest of my minors players.
Oh, good luck, man. Thanks for coming, man.
Thanks.
Alright, so looks like we got 3 more picks to go through. Turbo selected Daddy, Romulus selected Guard, and Krusky selected Time Boy.
So Mac Daddy, not really sure on Mac Daddy. Romulus selecting Guard. That's a keeper pick if I'm not mistaken. Played last season with the Merballs. And then we select Time Boy.
And I'm really happy for Time Boy. Hopefully he fits well on this team, and I really hope that he does get a major opportunity at some point.
For offense or defense? Because offense, I'm going to say good luck, trying to beat out Fatal and or Krosky.
Well, maybe Fatal will disappear again.
I think he could probably pretty easily beat out Doddsfall. He's not very good. He could probably carry Doddsfall, you know.
Doddsfall gets on buttons, just remember that.
Doddsfall also comes in a backpack.
Yeah, come on guys. You can't lose the backpack. I gotta zoom out of this thing again. Oh my god. This looks so bad.
Oh, and Swerve had 2 picks,
Oh,
so
Young Sinatra. Oh, my boy.
I'm still convinced that's a Smurf.
Now
I
Young
refuse to believe
Sinatra
it's
will
not a
actually
Smurf.
have a team in race. Last season, I remember he would comment on a lot of posts, and of course he wasn't on a team, so he's able to be pretty objective.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. He can play both. I think he mains defense.
Does he have a mic?
Yes.
So he's
And he
not
uses
a
it.
Smurf.
No, he
'Cause
doesn't.
I've never seen him on Mumble. I've seen him on Mumble
plays
once, so I've
soccer
never
a
like
lot.
talked to him.
And
I've
he
never like
talks.
talked to him, but when I saw him on the subreddit, it was just seemed really Smurfy because like not many people would start a game and then immediately started watching like MLTP and fucking analyzing it. Freaking.
Sorry, man,
thoughts.
I'm not one of those people. But, yeah, no, I don't know.
So it just surprised me. It's not that not that he can't be
Oh, that's
real.
true.
I'm sure he is. It just I expected him to be a Smurf from the start.
He's not, though. He's a really cool guy. Fun to hang around with.
Okay, Swerve had 2 picks in a row.
He clearly was only prepared for one of them.
He might still be, is Real Deck still on his account? Because if that's the case, then...
Someone said Swerve was back. I'm not sure.
Even if he's back, Real Deck's still on the account. So if if he's still selecting for if Real Deck's doing it.
We are at the point where teams have 9 players, so do you think we'll see a team stop picking at this point?
I'd be surprised if someone went for less than 10, personally. Because 9, you just don't have much wiggle room at all.
Yeah, I don't know.
If 2 people, if like, let's say one person can't show up for minors one night and then one person has lag problems, you're in a lot of trouble.
I think I've heard around from many captains that 11 is the magic number.
Yeah, I've
But
heard
10,
10.
I don't think 10, if anyone goes under 10, it's pretty, they've got to be very confident with that team.
Yeah. That being said, Jem has 12. So she had a shit ton of picks. I forgot about her. Sorry, she has.
And she elected to stop picking.
11.
Oh, and Swerve selects Kreese.
Swerve takes Kreese.
Another
Mic,
mic, yeah.
He definitely did really well in minors last season with the 4-0s.
Even for that limited time.
So yeah, Jem stopped at 11, it looks like.
I really
Just 'cause
would
she had
like
a lot
to
of
see
early
that
picks.
offensive communication between Real Duck and Kreese.
Well,
Yeah, I'm assuming that's not going to be an offensive pairing.
yeah. Oh, and thanks, Jem, for coming out and drafting. I don't know how you got all your picks early, but yeah, good job. Who do we have next? We have Krosky again. I kind of want to go talk to him real quick, see what's going on.
Like
But I
Pam says,
can't.
before Jem stopped picking, so she doesn't have to wait for Swerve every time. That's hilarious.
Let's see if I can message Krosky instead. That might be better. We have
Tiza says she rage quit the draft.
we have a lot of picks. Depending on who it is, I think it can go either really well or really poorly.
If you type the names in chat, I won't tell anyone, including
No,
my team.
no.
I'm just curious. I
No,
won't tell anyone, I
no.
promise. You drafted before us anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want to say the wrong pick and just ruin the
Yeah,
day.
just type it in chat.
No,
I
no,
won't say
man.
anything.
No, it's okay, man.
Okay.
Ooh. I really
Ooh,
hope
we
it's
got
this
some
defender.
trade offer on the table here. Ball don't lie, offering a spoon for Lipsy.
I think that's a solid trade, especially if it's a wooden spoon.
I don't know. I'm thinking more of like a good old like I don't know,
Like a
something more
I
Raven?
hefty.
mean, Lipsy is definitely worth more than a plastic spoon.
A wooden spoon might give you blisters, though, or not blisters, splinters. Sorry, splinters, and you don't want splinter. Lipsy won't give you splinters, probably.
Yeah, we don't know. Is Lipsy even a spoon? Like,
But,
Is he the
Yeah,
big
it's
spoon?
not a
is
like for
Lipsy
like
really
trade,
worth
you know?
a metal spoon?
see,
I mean, depends on the
see,
metal.
see,
Like,
wait,
if it's
I
like a
see,
super
I see what
lightweight
you're
titanium
saying.
spoon.
I see what you're saying. But what if
I
we...
own a titanium spork, and it's quite nice.
That's what I was gonna
think
say,
I would
a
trade it for Lipsy,
spork.
though. I think I'd trade my titanium spork for Lipsy. It's really nice, but it's really lightweight. I bought it for hiking.
I was gonna say, a spork is definitely worth a pick.
Yeah,
I don't
I'd
know.
turn down
Picks,
spoon
Brad,
offer,
that's a
probably say yes to spork
fantastic
offer,
pick.
if I were Jem. Let's see. So Krosky selected Fred, and Romulus has selected S.
I have no idea what Krosky's doing anymore. We got our first 2 picks, and then...
You sound pleased.
I just don't know him. So, I don't know. Legman selects Cher. Cher is a good player. Another EU player. The EU hype is real this season. Especially for these Radius teams. I think Cher is one of the top players. Also on my team in the ELTP. Well, not my team, but the same team. And he killed it. Same with Shell. They both killed it. It's gonna be interesting. They're gonna be playing each other, right? Yeah, they're gonna be... So yeah. This will be... Oh wait, no they're not. I'm dumb. Sorry guys.
I feel like there have been a lot more Europeans drafted this season than last season.
I think there is more signed up this season as well. I think it's just because it's over the summer. And they have holiday over there.
Oh, that's very true.
So they don't have to be in school, don't have to have a bedtime or whatever, so... It's gonna be... I don't know. It's gonna be different, I guess. I'm not sure how it's gonna affect them. Because I know last season, Dead Nan and Fat were the only 2 that were actually playing. I don't know if... I think Legman drafted... Babel or Bible? I don't know how you pronounce his name. Sorry, man. But I don't know if he played... Oh, Nub played. I forgot about... My bad, Nub. Nub was there. And there were 3 that played, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think any were drafted to minors aside from Babel. And Turbo selects Private Major.
Wow, Private gets picked.
This is interesting because his availability. No one knows if he's going to be able to play or not.
And Private won't to play on Sentra for the most part.
Yeah. And the Raven selects Schwed. Not really sure about Schwed. Oh, and Turbo's done.
Turbo has elected to stop picking.
That is 2, 4, 6, 9, 2, 8, 10. He stops at 11. Ooh, Ibis selects #Frozen. He's one of those players that you cannot let go. Because he will let it go.
You had that one written down, didn't you?
No. It's just frozen every time I see him. You just have to tell him let it go. I'm really happy he got drafted. Especially to a Centra team, where he will get whatever his decent ping is. I know his Origin ping is, and Sphere isn't that good. Or his Origin isn't that good, but Sphere is better. So, good to see him go into a Centra team, where you can actually play with that nice ping. Tiz is coming up. Tiz This is at 9 people, I believe. I wonder who he's gonna grab. Yeah, he's at 9 people. Still a lot of people available. Is there anyone you would recommend for center players that hasn't been drafted? Being since that you're now on a Radius
Let me
team.
look at the list.
Yeah, it's not really updated. I don't know. The Western big board is kind of lackluster. Oh, and he selects Ralph Wiggum.
Oh, that's one I probably would have come up with.
Insight. I need insight on him. I don't know much about Ralph. I know he's good. I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, he's a player that you can put on your team and put in minors, and he'll put in a solid performance. And at this point, at your 10th player, that's exactly what you want.
Bad selects Reckon. Willing to take the risk. He said he wasn't playing,
See,
but there's still a
wondered what
chance
was
he
gonna
might.
happen. And like Coy said, you basically at this point you're not really
Worried
losing a lot if he doesn't show up.
Yeah, you already got the worst. Oh, and TPR selects Sap. Sap.
See, that
Spa.
one would have been a hard thing to spell.
Sap? It's just Sap,
Well,
Sap,
you
Spa.
have to do it 3 saps, and then
then
you
a
have
spa.
to do spa.
Ah, please. Sap is a good player. I really like Sap. He wanted a shout out, so now here's your shout out, Sap. Congrats, man. T-Bear says he has to change his name or he's cut. Don't know what that
Yeah,
means.
we were talking about this the other day. Sap Spa is just a terrible, terrible name. So yeah, we're gonna force him to change his name, or else we'll cut him.
So what's your the reason behind Sap? What do you guys feel about Sap that made you pick him now?
It's someone that TPR is really high on, as he views him kind of like what we were talking about with the worst, where he's someone who's like willing to learn and like a bit of a project, but willing to learn, and we think he has a high upside because of it.
Ooh.
And he PM'd me "F you Coys." Yeah.
So Choxy selected Catalyst, and then he elected to stop picking. That's a good pick. I don't know why Catalyst is still available. And then Neb picks Mufro.
He was someone we were talking about drafting with this pick. Also, Catalyst
Mufro?
was.
Oh.
No, Catalyst. Like I didn't know much about him, and we talked about it, but we decided to go for O.
Mufro? He juked me once, so that's gotta say something. Or nothing, I don't know.
He's at least mediocre.
What's going on, boys?
Hey,
Hey, Neb.
Hey,
So-
Ned.
you gotta
Mufro,
explain this
tell us
Mufro
about
pick.
it.
Well, Mufro is on my USC team. He's super active, and I feel like he was one of the best, like, most under the radar NLTP players last season. And I think
Going for the Honey Bear School of Nepotism.
sure. I mean,
Just a little bit.
I like to take people that I've played with before, and I think Mufro is a very smart player who has a lot of room to grow.
I'm
Potential.
selecting Aaron K. Any
Oh,
ideas?
and
anyone?
before that, we have Spiller talking about. He's gotta say they picked Spiller and Honey selected Intense. Dinah selected
don't say
INK.
Spiller and Honey. Spell
Oh.
Honey.
Spiller wants to
not
take
happy.
no credit for that pick.
And Trobal selected
I will
Sandy.
admit, like Honey has a very. It's nice, but it's also annoying because it's a lot of what I had. He's drafting a lot of his friends, and I see it.
Alright, Bali Llama selects Camel. Camel, really, really good. I'm really high in
Yeah,
Camel.
I
Sweep
forgot
recommended
that
him.
he had signed up. Otherwise, I probably would have tried to get him on my team.
Camel?
Yeah, he's really
His-
good.
His only downside is his sphere ping is so high.
Yeah, his origin ping is 90 and his sphere is 70. I just looked it up.
Really? I thought it was vice versa. Oh, and JJ selecting another European Viggy.
I like to imagine that he like set that he was gonna get €2 or €3, and then everyone else keeps taking him. They're just like, he's just like, are he going down his Euro list? I can see why there might be more Euros picked this draft though, because it's summer.
Yeah,
and so a lot of
you
them
weren't.
are
Oh,
US.
you weren't here when we were. Yeah, me and Split were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
We
well,
said the
I'm glad
exact
I
same
didn't
thing.
hear that, so I'm glad
Yeah.
great minds think alike, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Or is it seldom minds often, or never differ, or something like that? Seldom,
Dude, I don't even know what you're saying.
weak minds seldom differ is the other phrase. Great minds think alike, but weak minds seldom differ.
Sure, man. Whatever floats your boat. Bali selects Korea. That's a
That was another pretty obvious pick. Uh,
keeper, right? Or like a returning player?
Creo was already playing with, he was a keeper last season, and he had been scrimming some with Lycron already this week.
Yes, I believe Rambo was in the same boat, same with Ludi, so not much, I don't know, people knew what was gonna happen, and they just let it.
If you basically put, just kind of out to everyone that I'm going to be on this team, it makes it easy to draft that player.
In
Sure.
Season 6, we hung out with Legion so much that we hung out with Legion so much that I think Fez was going to draft him, but thought Legion was a keeper, so he didn't. So he didn't draft him, so we got him instead.
Nice. Kitten Panda got drafted. Hey, Kitten Panda, one of the best beards in Tag Pro.
I wonder if he was drafted for his tag pro skill or his rapping skill. If any of you heard that on the subreddit recently.
Please.
Alright, so now if people have drafted and they're still drafting, they already have been players. So I really think we're going to see a lot of teams stopping around.
Yeah, I think we're getting to the point of the last pick. And
Mr. Jehobo goes 11, or in the,
That's a
for the
late
11th.
pick. Like, he's definitely talented. I feel like he doesn't get a lot of love, but I think he's definitely talented. He can play both sides pretty well. It's a good pick.
Joe's awesome. I'm surprised Swerve didn't pick him. That's
He very drunkenly responded to our form letter. I'm not gonna read it, but it was funny.
nice.
Well, that would have been like his 4th form letter in a row, because I send him a form letter every season.
I mean, I think a lot of people get form letters these days.
I'd like to think that I was the original of the form letter.
Maybe.
I also like to think...
I'm still bitter that I didn't get a form letter from you Season 5.
To be fair, I had no
Me too,
idea
man.
who you were.
Were
Yeah,
you
what the
around
hell,
Season
man?
5, Dodds?
Yeah, end of Season 5. That's when I started.
I remember when I used to think you were really good because you hung out with a bunch of people who were really good, so I just assumed. Not that you're bad, but this was like when you just started, so you weren't actually very good. I just like assumed you were.
Hey man, I have a screenshot on my laptop of me carrying Micro in a game on GeoKoala.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm good, guys. Come on. Oh, JBJ selects Zvonvak.
Is that another?
That's not a European.
Wow.
Zvon is awesome. I don't know if he's been active, though. That's the only problem. I haven't seen him around recently. He used to be very active, in middle of Season 7. Before Season 7 started, and then he kind of fell off the face of the earth. Now he's back. In my opinion, that's just for me.
He's back with a vengeance.
Yeah, he's ready to tear it up. So now we got Bali Llama. Could we see him pick another defensive player? Because he picked Camel. That's another defensive player.
Yeah, and he's D only. There's not even any argument there. You can't say DO. No, he's listed as D only.
Is Rhombus Ghost the defender or offender?
He's offense.
Alright, yeah, I don't know much about Rhombus. Just...
I've talked to him a few times in pubs. He played Novice. I think he had pretty solid stats in Novice. He's always been pretty good in pubs. He's never jumped out at me as amazing, but I've always thought he was pretty good, yeah.
Nice. So now we got Bali and then Troball. I think Troball is one of the players that likes to fill up his roster, correct?
You have to remember that it's not Troball drafting. It's Sidewalk, Altiger, Mr. Gun, Milksteak, pretty much your tier starting lineup.
Sidewalk didn't respond to me, but when I found out he was drafting for Troball, I sent him a message that said GG tiers minors, you lose, because going back to Season 6, the Angry Balls had a bit of a running joke that Sidewalk was terrible at drafting. Because
We
the
gave
one
him one player.
The one player he recommended was your ad here, who, when added to our Mon Mail, responded, "Was there a draft or something?" and he had just moved, and so he just had terrible ping, and he never showed up, which is fine. Like, it happens, but it was just fun.
There's a pick. Bali selects
And
BG.
Damn, I was hoping we could get
probably the
BG
best
late
pick
as
place
mascot.
for BG.
I know. I was hoping to get him as a mascot though for our team.
I would have had.
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah.
picking. Yeah, I don't know. Who's Rascal?
Ooh.
I have no idea who that is.
I'm not sure about Rascal either. Huh.
Let's see. He's OD. He played NLCP B team.
Gotta be someone that...
He didn't actually play NLCP B team, which is really interesting.
I have not seen him
I
around.
guess he plays a lot of soccer. I'm reading his sign up right now, so maybe that's why. Maybe he was
Maybe.
noticed in soccer or something.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about him. It could
No
be.
idea.
BG is playing from Alaska this season, so that could
Yeah,
be.
Art could be good for him.
Yeah.
I'm
And then
bummed though because I was hoping to get him
Oso
myself.
Squiggly. Can't say much. I don't know much about Oso Squiggly.
Yeah, me neither. Spiller, do you know anything about him?
I don't think
As far as Honey Bear said, he's good, but he kind of stopped playing, and so a lot of people don't know him. And so it's just Honey Bear kind of banking on this guy's former skill.
Okay. Alright, and then Intrepid. Ooh.
I played a couple CLPs with Intrepid, really good.
I'm not. I don't know. There's I don't know. I don't know, man.
We're getting to that point of the snake draft where we don't have much insight to offer.
Yeah, sorry, man. Oh, you're coming out. Okay, Koi's just left. Not even gonna spread some insight.
See, and what's interesting now is you're definitely at the point where teams will more and more stop drafting.
Yeah, but Legman in 30 seconds, they traded their middle of the pack picks, didn't they, to, Turbo, or not Turbo, yeah, to Turbo, if I'm not mistaken, because they got, Ash from it in 10 points. So, Legman's still got a lot of picks, unless he decided to stop and I missed that, but he's only got 8 players right now. And then same with KGB, they're only at 8 as well. That's, I'm not sure, wow. So we got some time, Ball and I, is taking his sweet time. And he selects Maurice. I think Maurice, did he sign up as O? I don't know if he has a mic anymore. I haven't seen him use his mic in forever.
He does use it from time to time.
Did he sign up as
But I think at this point, he's one of those players that like Koi's was talking about, these are minors players that have a perceived ceiling that maybe they've reached.
I feel like Maurice has gotten a lot better. I've seen him, he was like juking the hell out of, it was during hockey, he was just juking the hell out of everyone. So I don't know if I thought he signed up as O, and he might have switched back to D, but he's a nice guy, really funny to be around.
Either way, you think it's a solid pick.
Yeah, that's a very good pick. I think, all caps, all their picks have been very good. Not one player, I don't think anyone can say anything bad about them. And they're all proven. They've all, aside from Crispell, I think, is the only person that hasn't played minors on his team. So, I don't know. And then TPR selects Fozzie. Fozzie. I don't want to mix them up because I think I am mixing them up with someone else, so I'm not going to say much. Just not to insult him. Do you know much about Fozzie?
If I remember correctly, this would be a Ghost Booster player last season. And I kind of, for players that I don't know, I look at the teams they're put on, and I think that he actually was on Ghost Boosters for multiple seasons, and that's always a high recommendation for me if Micro thinks that highly of him.
Alright. So now we get Bad. Bad is going to be picking his 11th, I believe. This will be his 11th pick. And he selects Rizzy B. Rizzy, everyone says he's a god. Cannot confirm that, nor deny that, because I don't know him. I know he did well in Novice. I believe on Pop Culture. I gotta check this. I'm pretty sure he played on Pop Culture, and I think Dope was really talking like he's the savior to the team. So yeah. That's a really good pick.
Speaking of another player, Dope.
Oh,
I'm surprised that he hasn't kind of gone. He has community presence to be well known.
He's
and he's a good
also
enough player.
he's not gonna be there for the first 4 weeks, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Not until at least July. He's not gonna be available on Mondays or Wednesdays. So that's one thing that puts him down, which I think is unfortunate for him.
I'm also curious because we're getting to that point, and you'll see it sometimes, most in chat, and I'm gonna watch, is you'll see players that get drafted in the next 2 rounds of minors that would honestly rather go to NLTP at this point, and I'm curious to see if that happens.
I see what you're saying. I think there's some people that are like that, but I don't think that's the majority.
Because you have to, because I know for a lot of people it is, you can either be like a starter in an NLTP A team, or you're the 8th, 9th, 10th pick for somebody for their minors.
Well, that's all, again, it is all, what do you call it? All personal based. I know season 6, I just wanted to be drafted. Didn't happen, which is like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine, no big deal. Got to play novice with a bunch of awesome guys, some that just disappeared. RIP. And then some that aren't as active as much.
I mean,
RIP.
I think there definitely is a point where that first season, you just want to, where you play competitive, you want it to have very low stakes. Because I remember when I played minors season 3, there were no real stakes, and I just had a blast. And I think that really helped me fall in love with the game.
See, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I kind of got really lucky with how season 7 went for me. So I can't really say much. I don't know. We had fun playing. I loved playing minors with everyone. Like Ukillum and Rick and Jags on D, and sometimes Jackals. But I don't know. I don't know if we were more of a having fun team, because Killum never really talked, and for Rick, I was just like, hey Rick, I'm giving you all the returns. And he's like, yay! And then Jags was like, Jags is just real. Did Jags sign up? Because if Jags hasn't been picked and he's signed up, that's wow.
Yes, reminder to everyone, Moosin is still available.
Yes. Thank you. Alright, and Tizza selects Port. Not sure about Port's playing. And then Ibis select Penis Blocks, who's an up-and-coming defender out of Texas, who's been proving himself on the Red Hot Chili Poppers. And I think he did well. If I'm not mistaken, he might have been called up to minors. I'm not sure, though. Port, I know does a lot of soccer. I don't know if he plays it, but I know he's part of one of the commissioners for it.
And just to go a little further, I will gild the captain who drafts Moosin.
Ooh. Might as well tree
so
that.
I'm going to raise the stakes a little bit.
Dodds and Spiller. And Kois.
Yes, let's not very Kois, but we haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, I don't... He dead. Sorry, I didn't... Yeah, Moosin swears he didn't tell you to say that. We still have draft the Bob 18.
He did not, but I'd like to add a little human element to this draft.
You cut out if you're trying to speak.
Oh, I do apologize. I'm just trying to add a little fun to it. It's like the fucking lag thing from last week.
Ooh, oh yes, oh. Raven selects pow. And no, that is not a speech impediment. That is his name. Pow. Very solid player that...
and if you're okay with this ROM, I'd like, Romulus would like to brought in for an interview.
Oh yeah, go for it. Legman's got 2 picks now. Come on down, Rom. You're the next select.
Just go in there and be like, Merb.
Oh.
Merb.
Merb.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey.
Okay, I didn't literally mean to pull him in, but yeah, I guess that works too.
How you guys doing?
Hey, alright, how are you?
Not too bad, not too bad.
So, your team, taking over for MBM, the Merbs,
Yeah?
you brought back a lot of your players, as
Uh-huh.
well as some new players.
Yeah?
What is your insight?
Well, I brought back Thought because...
Okay, that's a
Um,
given. Thought's a god.
Yeah. I was able to get him for 35 points, which I thought was a steal. Very happy with that. Balloon... Oh, it's my pick, actually. Do you want me to announce my pick first?
Wait, hang on,
or-
hang on, hang on. I need to get my... Give me 1 second, and then you can
Alright.
announce it if you have it.
Apparently.
Nope,
that's a
I've been
broken
waiting
system.
for this. No one's done it. Alright, let me know when... Just...
Shoulder.
Shoulder. Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, you gotta give
Wait, it
insight.
didn't work.
Oh.
Oh, I capitalized the C.
Alright, let's try it again.
There
Damn.
we go.
Oh.
Hey.
Yeah, Trader and he and I go way back. We were season 2 Whitecaps buddies together, along with Trendy. So kind of getting the old gang back together. He's a good guy. He's got some availability issues, which is why I think he fell this far. But on his day, he's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, so that's one thing. I think he changed
Yeah.
his name a couple times, but...
Yeah, he always pubs under different names.
Oh, and we
So
select-
what kind
oh,
of team atmosphere do you think you've built with the draft so far?
I'm kind of not trying to recreate, but have something similar to how it was last season. It was kind of interesting as the novice league call-up team, but we were all really buddy-buddy with one another. And we were all really cool. Me and Espel kind of just shit on each other all the time. But it was joking. Everybody had a really good relationship with one another, and that's something I'm hoping I can recreate. I definitely want an environment where everyone is happy with the people they're playing with, just with everybody. And I think that's kind of what every captain's going for.
Sure. I mean, I don't know. Like Prone, Wally's been known to take the people with... Who's not, like, with all different opinions and whatever.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Yeah, no, that is true. Maybe he won't get swept by us this year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Is
Yeah.
Snowball? I thought Snowball wasn't playing.
I think he's a joke sign-up.
Yeah, I thought that's the same.
But yeah, any other questions, guys?
Hang on. I gotta look at your team and formulate a question. Give me a second. Alright, Ballstar. Experience? Or based on his last... He's really good. Are you bringing him in experience, kind of like you had Asdif last season? Or do you
No.
think you and Mr. Thought are experienced enough to teach everyone else and bring everyone else there?
I'm not a big believer in that experience can determine who's better than another person who's less experienced. I think it definitely helps in regards to thought processes.
Ha.
And the way he plays, it's evident that he knows what he's doing. But as soon as I knew that Espel wasn't signing back up, All-Star was the guy I wanted. I didn't even talk to him at all before the draft, so he had no idea. And I was surprised to get him for 36. I thought more people would be high on him.
Yeah, especially since
But-
last season.
Yeah, he had a very good season last season. Now, some people
I know.
might say he got carried by Halsey, but I am in the different camp that thinks he's a very quality player, and I'm very happy to have him.
Hey, nice, yeah. Oh, Turbo is elected to stop picking 4 times.
Ooh, and
I believe
Krisky and
that's
then
the
me. You want me to do?
Yeah,
You wanna do
Rom,
another
That
try?
That was one question. Do you plan on doing a full roster, or do you plan on stopping?
I'm stopping after 12. Mainly because Choder isn't going to be around 24/7 for the season, so that'll really be 11, and then whenever Choder can come.
Alright.
Okay.
And yeah, my next pick, nobody really knows about him. I'm
Alright.
kind of excited.
That's, okay.
He came to a bunch of my tryouts, impressed me. The defender. I think he's
Defender.
gonna
Is it
do.
Moosin?
Okay.
Please let it be Moosin.
It's not Moose.
I'm willing to take a
Oh.
guess after Krosky picks. So before you take it, I would like to take a guess. Once, depending on who Krosky picks.
But I was pretty disappointed. I do want to talk about it. Turbo took Mathnasium with his first pick, and Mathnasium was some dude I wanted, and I think he's gonna do really well.
Mhm. I remember you coming in here saying, "Oh, that was my pick." Or you said in chat, not in here. That
Yeah.
You were.
Me and Honey instantly went into his channel and was like, yo, can we trade you for anything? And Turbo's like, nah, I'm good. Alright, so it's my next pick. Who do you think I'm going to pick?
You said defender, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so from my guessing, there's two people. I don't know if they went to your tryouts. Death Pickle or Where's Baldo?
Oh, Where's Baldo is someone I'm interested in. But I'm opting to take the less experienced player who I feel...
Wait, we still have the sound effect.
Oh, yes, right, of course. Thank you, Spiller. Just let me bring that up, if I can ever unlock my phone.
Make sure I spelled it right.
Alright, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. The Tyrant.
Ooh, that's someone
nobody really knows about him.
That's who
he came to a few of my tryouts, like I said. He did really well, and he's kind of a younger guy. He doesn't have any league experience, but I think I could shape him into somebody who's not that much of a scrub.
And we got Legman picking up Gargantua and Gubbles. God bless. God bless.
Yeah, thanks for streaming this, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good night.
Yeah, you too, man. Good luck. God bless. Gubbles is awesome. Very great personality. Gargantua is... I think he fell... Where did he fall from? He fell out of the picture when he made a quitting post, but then he's back, so that's good. And then Calcby. Wow, Calcby's still available. I'm not really sure why. He did really well season 6 with School of Hard Blocks, the minors. And then he had to complain in one of the most stressful games, which kind of, I think, led him off season 7. But everyone makes mistakes, man. And then Rom, of course, is elected to stop. And how many more picks do we have, if any? I know there's at least 1 or 2. Actually, I'm not sure. There's possibility of 1 for most teams. And
yeah, I'm surprised that a lot of teams have not stopped picking.
Yeah, I'm really surprised on my team as well. That half those players we didn't even talk about, so that's interesting. So I don't know what the plan is with that, especially since we picked 6, 8, 10, 12, 12 out of the possible 13. I'm not really sure. Now we got Ibis, who's trying to take Knuckles, whose pick isn't working. Never heard of Knuckles. Do you know anything about him, Spiller?
Unfortunately, I don't, and this would be kind of where I wish Koiz was here, because I think he could give some good insight.
There we go. And then Tizza selects, CCGA4. And Tizza stops with CC as his last pick. I really like CC. He's a cool guy. Great pick. I don't know... If he's Sentra, then he'll do a lot better, because I've only seen him play on Origin, so... Good for him. Knuckles, again, I don't know who Knuckles is. Oh, okay. Thank you, Butter. Knuckles is MF Zoom. Okay. Funny guy. I like him. So that's... Thank you, Butter. So, we've got... Bad selecting Penguin. Penguin going to a Sentra team.
And that's interesting, yeah, because Penguin is a Radius
Origin. He lives in Illinois, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he goes to a bad high school. So if you see him around, just let him know that. I'm kidding, Penguin. And TPR selects Mahatma. Mahatma... No! 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 Damn it.
Alright, guys, you really only have a couple more chances to draft Moose in. Go make this happen.
And then TPR, after selecting my hat mode, decided not to stop picking. So this seems to be where people are. It's going to be most of the last picks. Ball Don't Lie coming in, which could be his last pick. I think it is. And he selects Death Pickle with the 111th pick. Very good player. Very promising. Is going to see great things out of Death Pickle. Wow. I don't know how he fell. He seemed like one of the people that, in my opinion, would have been one of the best players coming into the draft. Like one of the most promising, non-experienced, or like small, like little experienced.
Oh, and
M4.
my takes my boy away.
Oh, Spiller. I saw him at tryouts and I was like, I really want to tell TBR to pick this guy just to fuck Spiller over, but I wouldn't do it. I didn't do it. I put him up on the big board because I think he was good.
By the way, I'll guilt your entire team if you draft Moose.
Oh my god, why didn't you say this
did.
until before?
You guess you weren't watching the stream.
You fucking, I didn't hear it, yeah. I would have done that. No, we stopped picking.
Just remember, guys, I forgot this. God, wow. Common sense. He's willing to buy the team pizza if you draft him as well.
Fucking hell, someone should have told me this shit. We were having a vote on who we should pick. It was between Mahatma, unnamed second player, and nobody.
Oh.
Nobody didn't win, though, so that would have been kind of insulting.
Sorry, no.
That would have been a little insulting, right?
Yeah.
Because we wanted, like, TPR called it from Thursday, I think is when he called it. He said, we're going to aim for 11, but I can guarantee you there are going to be so many people left that we want when we hit 11 that we're going to pick one more. And that's exactly what happened. There were multiple people that we wanted.
Well, that was our problem last season on Angry Balls. It's just, there are these people that you fall in love with and you can't stop.
Alright, you gotta tell me, who is the April Fool?
No idea.
Maybe
it's the Smurf and they're April fooling us all.
Like I said, Honey Bear's like, I think
he's gone off the
5 out of
rails.
6 picks have been his like buddies.
Alright, I'm not sure who the April Fool is.
You can understand that, Spiller. You might not be it.
Oh, no, I completely understand it. I think it's and I mean, I don't know. Our minors were fine.
The minors were good. We should have fucking won it all, man.
We should have, multiple times.
So we went anti-Bali Llama strats with our minors draft. We picked 5-0 and 1D in the snake draft.
Hey,
and Trobal selects Ranger. Very great at communication.
Baz. Isn't Baz a Euro?
That's not the Euro player.
Yes, it is.
And Bali's
no way.
What the fuck? Does he know something we don't know?
Is this a penal situation?
Maybe. Let's see. Potentially moving to the U.S. or through the U.S. in July/August. Through the U.S.? What does that even mean? Like,
I think he meant
like,
to, but I don't know.
I guess, but that's a weird mistake to make. Interesting. I guess that's not a bad last pick to have.
Okay, Bali Llama did say he will be in the U.S. at some point.
Okay.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Ranger is a good pick, in my opinion. His communication is very high out there. He's a very good player. Insider info, ban him. Thanks, like man. So Boost and Dynamo picks Risk. Okay. Risk is a Risk pick.
He's really high player, right?
Didn't he get picked last season? And then
No,
quit? Or he quit right
so.
before the draft?
It doesn't ring any bells, but maybe.
It might have been someone else. But at Risk, I don't know if he has a mic. I don't think he does. And Bali selects Chelsea.
Yeah, I knew that one was coming. I'm reading through the Twitch chat from a while ago, and Jet2 says, Swerve should be banned for working against own team for picking one baller.
Raven selects DT and Carl with a K. Or Carl with AK, or Carl with AK. Or Carl with AK.
It's actually Carl Withick. That's his last name.
Oh, is it?
His name is Carl Withick, yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks, man. But yeah, Carl's really good. He got called up to the 4Os last season. Did really well. DT's another one of those players where no one really knows of him. He kills it in soccer. One of the players I had high up there, but not many people knew about him. So he's gonna do well. I think he needs to get a mic for his computer though, instead of having to use his phone. Bali selects OJ dude. I think that's his last pick. 10 possible
10
picks remaining. Thank you. That's no, Kois. DT is his own player. Like he's his own. He's a guy. He's cool.
TPR said, hello to chat. Does that mean I'm needed, or did we say something?
No. Probably not. Is this real life? Alright. A snake under 2 hours? Yeah, I mean, assuming the 15 minutes were for my timer, or 14 minutes, if that doesn't count, then yeah. We could possibly get this done in under 2 hours.
Alright, I'm back. I was
Nice.
not needed. He said he was making a joke with you.
Yeah,
I missed that.
it's okay, man. One day.
Someone should take the Bob 18, like, honestly.
Yeah, Bob. Wow.
He's quality.
Josh Ebb?
Josh
B. I'm not sure who that
Josh
is.
EB. Josh.
Josh. My cousin's
I
name
really
is
like
Josh.
having the
Does that count?
signups all. Okay, so he has good ping, it looks like, but he has nothing, no comment. So no idea. I can't learn anything about him. D/O.
Decent. I'm not sure.
Sandra and Ark are IDK a lot. He's an MLTP B player from Louisiana, and he has a mic. That's all I got for you.
Nice.
He's available Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays.
Oh, Trouble likes to stop drafting. Or stop picking. Mondays, Tuesday, Thursday. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure who he is. So that could be a really good pick.
Could also be a really bad pick. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm sure you're great, Josh. I have faith in you.
Alright, and Trouble just decided to stop picking and
Dino's
it didn't
about to
update it.
blow our world.
I don't think so. I could see him picking someone, and I don't want to say it because he's got like 2 picks left, right?
Type
Where's
for
this?
me. I won't say.
Oh, you won't pick him, can you? I don't think you
No,
can.
we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
Plus,
I don't think this will blow my world, but some people's it might. I am. Don't worry, boys.
oh, okay.
I think that's where he's going. That'd be an awesome pickup. He's a good player.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
is this
God, who's
person any
Dino
good? Because
gonna
I have
pick?
no idea.
Okay, well, it's gonna be.
Oh wait,
Turbo asking if Chip signed up under a Smurf. That would bring STK back for real.
wait, was Chip on Skills That Kills?
Wasn't
Ooh,
he?
it might be
Maybe
Snoop.
I'm wrong.
I don't think so.
My bad.
All right, come on, Dino. Let's see.
The speculation. Swerve owned it.
I don't know who. I don't know, man. I can't fit all of this on one screen anymore without making it basically impossible to read. So I'm just gonna keep it here. I'll zoom out and take a picture at the end. It should be easier then. But in case, just for easier oh. Okay, yeah, that should. Hopefully this makes it.
Me and Ball Don't Lie thinking alike. I said grief seeds again, and Ball Don't Lie said grief seeds. 100 wasn't the first time. It wasn't enough the first time.
Yeah, if
Gotta
only
pick him
Dino had the
again.
100th pick, he could have picked Grief Seeds for the 100th pick as well.
Good call.
Yeah. So apparently he's gonna blow our minds. And he picked Ledge. I
There
called
is.
it.
Called it.
Oh,
He did not blow.
nice.
He did not
father
blow
of
Dodds Falls.
Yeah.
Dodds Falls mind, but he blew
Yeah.
some minds.
Okay. I don't know. This is the best I can do. It's just an odd number of people. Maybe I can. I guess this is the best it will do. This is the best, guys. Sorry. It's hard to see. Alright, Honey Bear. Okay, who are you going to pick, Spiller?
I don't know. It's 1 to 2 people. We have to make sure the first one's okay with being the last person.
Well, this is your last pick, right? So,
Yeah.
does it matter if he tells her? Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, and you guys are getting pizza.
Okay,
By
he was
picking
okay with
common
it.
sense.
We wanted to
Fucking
make sure.
Send me some pizza. Is he gonna buy like a pizza for
For
every
each
member of the
person,
team?
yeah.
That's kind of expensive, honestly.
That's gonna be very Turbo for like the
That would
6th
be
time.
Maybe just like Honey Bear and Spiller, you know, captain vice captain pizza. I don't know.
This is like the 6th time I think that Turbo decided to stop picking.
He's changed his mind a lot, but he can't click start picking again, so he's letting us know he's back to the stop picking, even though we didn't actually know.
And Honey Bear's excited for pizza. Ball don't lie. Oh my god, this is gonna be impossible because if this updates it again, it's gonna be so bad. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright. Please. And Ibis decided to stop picking. So we're waiting on BDL right now. Wow. This will be... I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what Ball Don't Lie has in his, up his sleeve. He got Death Pickle, which is insane. Death Pickle was... I had him rated a lot higher. Because he understands the game really well. But, let's see. And Ball Don't Lie decided to stop picking after a minute
So we
or so.
waited like 3 minutes for him to decide to stop picking.
Yeah. Thanks, BDL.
Bull's saying, "God damn it!" And it's his turn again now. So.
No, that was his pick. It just didn't update.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Lamau. Bad word, you draft nerds. Thanks, man. So, that's a solid team. So it's gonna be Raven, and then who would the next pick go to? Maybe, oh no, I don't know. Did anyone?
Oh, Coy, I don't know if you saw it, but Bad did choose Reckon.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
We were gonna TPR goes if Reckon's still available in the 11th round, do we pick him? And I said yes, absolutely. Same with BG. I wanted one of them for our mascot. Although
Looks
Reckon
like you didn't get either of them.
I know.
I'm really happy that BG ended up on an ARC team.
Yeah, me too. He'll actually be able to play. But I know from talking to him that he was happy not playing and just being around and practicing and stuff, which is why I wanted him.
Yeah. And he's in Alaska, so it's cold.
Nice addition, Doug.
Ravens.
Another person I'm surprised hasn't been picked is Mr. Baggett. He's a quality central player.
Oh wow, yeah.
He's good. He's got a good attitude. He's always willing to learn. I think he was a starter for most of the season for the Probots, but I could be wrong. Semi-Probots. It's a bummer. I don't know.
Alright, Raven, I think this is his last pick. He's coming in. Wow. I don't know who he could get.
He apparently doesn't know either.
Yeah. Not many people
It's
tend.
time for Moosin.
Moose. Let's go Moosin.
You should have told me that I could
stakes on
get
this.
Pizza or Tag Pro Gold or Reddit Gold if we had picked those players. I would have gunned hard for them.
Hey, Common Sense put that in his notes, so yeah. Pizza did. Whoa.
Whoa!
Iblis.
Ibis testing to see if there's
Oh,
a
and Legman decided to stop picking.
Ibis testing to see if there's a limit on the length, and it looks like no, there is not. So he copy pasted the entire Navy SEAL.
Copy pasta.
Copy pasta, yeah.
So now we got Raven and Swerve. Raven still does not know who he's gonna take. In before he also decides not to pick anyone and stop picking and ruining it.
Anyone know who Must Television is on Twitch? Because
I don't.
they said that face when a captain says they will 100% draft me and then doesn't. And I kind of want to know who it is.
Well, it's Miss Stella. obviously. I don't know. Oh, it's the
it's
ferret.
The ferret.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, he's a solid player.
Yeah, definitely. A little surprised there. I think captained a novice team last season.
Circular logic.
Oh, we got some dongers
And
in chat now. Oh,
Kamikaze.
Raven, yeah.
Picks Kamikaze with his last pick, and that just ruins the stupid thing. Now I can't get everyone in. Thanks a lot, Raven.
So is this the last pick of the draft?
Looks like it.
Looks like this is the
Who's
last.
gonna be the Mr. Irrelevant?
Eh. Okay.
Turbo asking if he had if Bull had ban privileges on the site, and Bull said
And what's
he's
Bull
about to fucking
said
build
no.
it. And
Oh
as
my
soon as
god.
he said no, we got some dongers.
That is very long.
That's what she said.
Test. Alright, I can't. Now I can barely get everyone in, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You know who I'd really like to see
And
be Mr.
Kimba.
Oh, interesting
Kimba.
pick there.
He must have been more active. Not a bad pick. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, he I think quit mid-season a couple of seasons ago, but I don't know about recently.
So, in just a moment, to everyone who didn't get drafted today, I want to just say you're all great people and great players, and it's unfortunate, but you'll get your chance in NLTP, and there's always next season, and you can always work your way up as well.
Or get called up mid-season.
There's two ways to take it. You can either get pissed and think that everyone hates you and the world is against you, or you can just try to prove them wrong. And I think the second way is the best way to go about it. So
Or you can just
hopefully
hate
we'll
everyone.
see.
That's fun too.
Or you could just quit Tag Pro. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that might be healthy.
I mean, there's definitely some people who I think got shafted, but with the new emphasis on picking fewer
definitely.
players, it's just going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, that happens every season.
Alright. That's gonna do it for us. We did finish in under 2 hours, surprisingly. Even though we had some long waits at the end.
Even though half of that was Swerve's
Thanks
first
to all
pick.
captains that weren't Swerve, Tizza, and was there anyone?
There was someone else who took a while. Was it Ball Don't Lie? Did he take a while?
Only the
Yeah,
last time.
Ball Don't
Only
Lie
the
was
last
also
time.
awful.
Only the last time.
Okay, he took like 2 minutes just to not pick, which is like, I think that's even worse.
Yeah, okay, sure. But whatever. He has a knife.
Nitro says novice people are players, or novice players are people too. So,
On that note, thanks everyone for watching. Congrats to all that got drafted.
Before he logs off, big shout out to Doddsfall, who's done it for the last 2 Sundays and this Sunday. Not only the drafts, but last week with the All-Star game. He's just been fantastic.
Thanks, man. Turbo is spamming nothing, so before Turbo gets out of hand, see you guys around.